Welcome everyone. Welcome to our question of the month that we have as UniMaronite. This month we have Father Geoffrey from St Marouns, and we're very thankful to have you to answer our question of the month this month.
Thank you, UniMaronites, for asking me to answer the question. I'm Father Geoffrey. I'm the Dean of the Cathedral here at St Marouns, and also the Rector of our new seminary, St Marouns Seminary. And many of you might know me through my hymns, but I'm also a church composer and I write hymns, and I've translated a lot of the hymns from Syriac and Arabic into English, which we use in our Maronite liturgies. And I was involved with the translation of the Book of Offering, the Mass book that we use. So the question is, should we only sing Catholic hymns in the liturgy? First question really is, what is Catholic music? See, traditionally, before social media, there were hymnals or hymn books. There were traditional hymns and modern hymns. And this was the case with all Christian churches. The texts, especially in the Catholic Church, were normally written by theologians, priests, religious, and poets, and the music was composed by composers who had studied music. The hymns in these hymnals were approved by the bishop conferences for use in the Catholic Church. So any of those hymns are fine to use because they are Catholic hymns. Today, however, anybody who gets inspired writes hymns, or sometimes we can call them spiritual songs, and they put them on social media thinking they're fantastic, and some of them are beautiful and some of them have problems. The texts can be questionable. People who just write their own hymns, have they studied theology? Do they know the Catholic faith? There's no use writing a hymn and the theology is wrong, or it's not Catholic. And also the music. There is a difference between church music and restaurant music. So the hymns should be for use in the church, not use in a restaurant. To use these hymns is questionable because are they Catholic? Who's approved the use of these hymns? Who's checked the theology of these hymns? Therefore, these hymns or spiritual songs need to be analysed to ensure that they conform to Catholic theology. For example, all Eucharistic hymns should talk about the body and blood of Christ, not we are receiving bread and wine, or we receive this bread and wine as symbol of the body and blood of Christ. For us Catholics, it's the body and blood of Christ. So we should not sing hymns that state otherwise when it comes to the Eucharist. This being said, there is no reason why hymns from other Christian traditions should not be used, as long as they do not contradict the teaching of the Catholic Church. Hymns such as The Power of Your Love and Shout to the Lord, they're the two big ones still at the moment, they could be sung because the theology does not counteract Catholic theology. However, a popular one that was sung at Christmas, Mary, Did You Know, should not have been sung. Because one of the lines, for example, says, Mary, did you know that your son will save you in the future? But as Catholics, Mary is already saved. There's a doctrine of the Immaculate Conception. So Mary, would you know, did you know, even though it sounds beautiful, is not Catholic. It contradicts Catholic theology and it should not be used. Should we only sing Catholic hymns in the liturgy? No. We should be able to sing all hymns from different traditions as long as they do not contradict Catholic theology and teaching. Finally, liturgical music in the Catholic Church, both East and West, is going through what I would call a dangerous stage, since texts are no longer composed by experts in theology, spirituality, and music, but by anyone who feels inspired to compose their own spiritual songs. This is okay. If you're inspired by the Holy Spirit, write your own hymns to sing at home, to sing to your friends. This is okay for personal use, but it's not okay for public worship. It must be remembered that the liturgy belongs to the church, and the tradition of each church must be respected. The hymns must also be faithful to the teachings of the church. Thank you.